Yo, what's up PPL fans, and welcome to the very first PPL team building video of season 2. And I'm fucking excited as hell. I feel like I'm about to throw up because I'm gonna play in a couple hours. So I'm kind of somewhere between excited and scared because that's just how my league matches usually go. So yeah, what I'm going to do in these videos is just go through my team thought process, just like I did last season in the battle video itself. But for this season, I will have them as a separate video, which I know a lot of people will be happy about, because then they don't have to watch, I don't know, 40-minute videos. I know a lot of people don't like that, which is fine. But this is for the people that care about the actual team, because I think that's really important to know what someone is bringing. And yeah, if also the PPL rules say if you make team videos, which you should, they're preferred in a similar video, which doesn't mean much, but you know. So, getting into this game, our first opponent is Keyno of the FC Eeeveeton, a good buddy of mine, the man who does all the beautiful GFX you see on screen right now, and all the other beautiful stuff on my channel. My header, which you might not have seen yet, is new, it's beautiful. And all that stuff, so he's a good buddy of mine. Definitely make sure to check him out in the description down below. He came second in GPC last season, and he is one of the best drafts in the league. So let's go over his draft real quick. It will be on the screen somewhere. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be motivated enough to put the actual mons on the screen, or just have the list screenshotted, which is probably the easier way. Anyway, his draft consists of Ladias, Azumarill, Cobalion, Entei, Amoonguss, Thundurus T, Swampert, Claydol, Regirock, and Drapion. Whew, that's a scary draft and a half. So, win condition this match, I don't have something that can just straight up win. I have things that need other things to be gone for them to put in work, or for him to bring certain sets that I can deal with. For example, I have one mod that needs Amoonguss to not have Clear Smog. You can probably guess which one it is. But if that's not the case, I kind of just win with that after, you know, things happen. We'll get into that in a second. Megalodactyl outspeeds the entirety of his team, which is nice, which is going to be the case in every game. That's just how Megalodactyl works. But I also outspeed everything before Mega Evolving, which is nice. And what's that? And he has a lot of things that don't like Kyurem at all. The only thing that switches into it safely is the Azumarill. Everything else doesn't enjoy Ice Beam or Earth Ball particularly. You know, Swampert special defensive can live 2 Ice Beams, I'm aware of that, but it can't do too much back. But it still does Assault Chunk it. So Azumarill, I'm expecting him to bring it just because Kyurem is there. Other than that, I have things that can switch into its moves, but I don't have a counter. I don't. So yeah, Azumarill is a threat. So is Entei, Cobalion. Amoonguss is an annoyance and a half, and Thundurus. As you guys know, my only electric immunity is Jolteon, so Thundurus is also a big threat to my team. And yeah, so the team I decided to bring consists of these 6 mods. First up, we have Registeel, the Registeel. Leftovers, Clear Body, Max HP, Max Defense, Impish, 4 Special Defense, Stealth Rock, Toxic, Earthquake, Seismic Toss. Nothing special there. Registeel is just there, or Registeel. It's just there to take hits, mainly from the Ladias. Ladias can't even dream of doing damage to a thing, which is amazing. Also, it helps dealing with the Azumarill. It baits in Entei, which is not optimal. It can basically live a hit from pretty much everything on his team. Outside of Bayern and Entei, I'm pretty sure everything or nothing can OHKO this. So that's really nice. It's my rocker for this week. Toxic is there to hit things like Azumarill and mainly Swampert, only switch in and get the residual damage off on those. Earthquake for the Cobalion and the Entei. I might still play around with the Eevees a bit actually. Give it a bit more attack, or give it a bit of attack to do more damage to Cobalion, to be guaranteed to break subs and stuff. But for breaking subs, I do have Seismic Toss. I had Iron Head before, but I have absolutely no reason to run Iron Head in this matchup. I think the only thing that is weak to it, if I'm not mistaken right now, is Regirock. So there's not gonna do any damage to that anytime soon. Yeah, Seismic Toss is just there to break subs, do nice chunklets of damage to things, and yeah. So after I had Registeel, I need something that can switch into anti. I need something that can switch into anti. I also need one of my win conditions, and that's gonna be Tiny Blue, the mana fee. Leftovers, Hydration, Rest, Rain Dance, Scald, and Calm Mind. Max HP, 228 defense with a Bold Nature and 28 Speedy Vs. If I recall correctly, it's been ages since I built this. That's 2 outspeed like a Jolly Swampert or something. I think that's what it's or Azumarill. Probably Azumarill. Though I don't think he will bring a speedy Azumarill against my team. However, that's of course an option. Yeah, the thing is my anti-switch, and it's also my Cobalion answer, and it is one of my biggest win conditions. Because as soon as the Moose is gone, or doesn't have Clear Smog, I can just set up Calm Minds and pretty much win the game. Unless he has a Calm Mind user of his own, in which case I might be a little bit fucked. Especially if it's Latias. Calm Mind Latias just straight up destroys my team. It just does. So that can be a huge problem. If he brings that, which I don't think he will. I don't know, he might. But my team is particularly prepared for that. So, I also have to pay attention to Thunderous, of course. If it's Specs, then I can set up. If it's Scarf, which I'm very much expecting to bring, just because I do have Aerodactyl, Scarf Electro types are going to be very common against my team. Which is fine, because Scarf means less damage. It's that's just how it goes. So yeah, Rain Dance also doesn't hinder my team. I have no fire moves. I don't have a fire type in my draft. But it weakens Entei's moves. It powers up the Azumarill, which is a huge problem, but you know, I can burn that thing. I'm lucky in bad sometimes. So moving on to probably the best set I ever come up with in my lifetime. Luxus the Jolteon with an Assault Vest, Volt Absorb. This thing is my answer to Thunderous T, and you're gonna be surprised how well the thing does it, in theory. If he doesn't bring a physical one, which, looking at my team, I don't see him bringing a physical one at all, just because Sludge Wave hits Shaman, Focus Blast for Kyurem, and so on and so forth. It just makes much more sense to me for him to bring a special variant, because it just does way more damage with that 145 space special attack stat. So, the moves that I'm running on Jolteon. Shadow Wall for Claydol and Latias, HP Grasp for the Swampert, Volt Switch for Initiative, and Synchronize for the Thunderous Therian. Yeah, Synchronize is pretty much a 2-hit KO. It's a roll, but it has a good chance of 2-hit KO. On Thunderous, it basically does the same damage as a super effective hit power, and with me not running HP Ice, I can still hit Swampert with HP Grass, and Synchronize is gonna come in real handy this game, potentially. It's not a move I'm gonna click often, obviously, because it's only good against Thunderous, which probably won't stay on me, but if it comes down to it, I have Synchronize, I can hit it hard, and T-Bolt really doesn't do too much against his team. Though, you know, if I get rid of his 3 Electro Immunities somehow, if he brings all of them, I could potentially clean up late game, but I don't see that happening. EV Speed on Jolteon is max special attack, 100 Speedy V's Timid, which is enough to outspeed Timid Latias, which is his fastest mon, and 156 HP V's. That thing is bulky as all hell on the special side. He's like 180 special defense with the spread, with the decent HP investment. That's pretty cool. So, moving on to one of my biggest win conditions this game, and that is Kossa, the Mega Aerodactyl. Of course, with the Aerodactylite and Pressure as the regular ability, and of course Tough Claws as soon as it megas. Max attack, Adamant, 232 speed, 20 defense EVs, and 4 special defense. I changed the spread very last second, but I mean yesterday, and I'm playing today, so. Just because I had a basically physical defensive. I had like 68 speed EVs and 60 attack Adamant, and then max HP 124 defense and 4 spell, something like that. However, that would mean before Mega Evolving, I don't even outspeed a Jolly Drapion, which means I also don't outspeed Cobalion, I don't outspeed Entei. Well, he has to be Adam Entei, so that's irrelevant. And I also don't outspeed Latias. And Thunderous. Thunderous is the main problem. So I decided to say fuck it, don't bring the bulky one I really wanted, and go offense, because this way I can speed Latias before Mega Evolving, and just put the hurt on something. Moves that I'm running, I don't think I said that, is Roost, Stone Edge, Aerial Ace, Earthquake, pretty self-explanatory. I could have ran something over Roost, like Facade would have been really nice in case I get burned by the Entei, if I really have to make that switch, though I do have Manaphy, of course. And Facade would do a lot of damage, but I need Roost, I feel, just because the thing helps me deal with Drapion if he decides to bring it. Stone Edge does a lot of damage to his team. Aerial Ace is there for things like Amoonguss, which take a buttload from Aerial Ace. If he's not physically defensive, I think it's a good chance to Oko. An Earthquake, obviously, for Cobalion, and a reliable way to anti. Aerodactyl, Drapion, not Aerodactyl, Regirock, Drapion, and so on and so forth. What I'm expecting him to deal with, what I'm expecting him to bring to deal with the thing is a physically defensive Swampert, just because that can chew every hit very, very reliably. So, moving on, my next mod is looking at all the grass weaknesses that he has. Evergreen the Shaman, Leftovers, Natural Cure of course, with the moveset Giga Drain, Earth Power, Healing Wish, and HP Ice. Max special attack, Timid, 156 BDVs, which allows me to outspeed an Adamant Entei. I think, yeah, that one. And 100 HP Vs. If I recall correctly, this does not outspeed a Jolly Drapion. However, Drapion is not that big of a deal between Registeel and Mega Aerodactyl. I can deal with that. And I also don't think he will bring it, in all honesty, just because I do have those two. But we'll see. I've seen it in my test matches a couple times, so it could very well be the case. This thing is basically there because I wanted a Healing Wish user. Because Registeel doesn't have reliable recovery, Manaphy cannot always get Rainia's rest up. Jolteon has to rely on Volt Absorb, Mega Aerodactyl does have Roost, so that's covered. And yeah, Shaman just deals with a lot of mods of his team, like Swampert, which is problematic, Regirock, which is an issue. Well, not an issue, but also an annoyance if he brings it. Claydol, and so on and so forth. I also speed anti can do a bottle of damage with Earth Power. This thing also helps me deal with Cobalion, because close combat, unless he's Life Orb, does not 2-hit KO me, which means I can just Earth Power him, and it's gonna do a hell of a lot. I'm running HP Ice just because I didn't want Synthesis. I want something to be able to hit Latias, Thundurus, and Amoonguss, and unfortunately that has to be HP Ice. I don't think I want to stay in on Amoonguss, but if it really comes down to it, if he's low on health, I can fire off an HP Ice and maybe kill him. It's not going to do much, but it's mainly for Thundurus, because that thing is a huge problem to my team. As soon as I lose Jolteon, I kind of lose the Thundurus if it's well played. So, yay! So yeah, Shaman is just there to help the team support team with Healing Wish and be bulky and offensive. And last but not least, probably my big win condition. I had Garbodor first in this slot, and I really wanted to bring Garbodor just because it helps me deal with things like Azumarill and Cobalion, and also sets up spikes, which can be really helpful. However, if I brought Garbodor, my team would have struggled with Amoonguss a lot. So I decided to bring MJ, the Kyurem, Michael Jackson, because black or white, shout out to Richie. Choice Scarf with Pressure, of course, and Max Speed Timid. I have to be Max Speed Timid to outspeed a potential Adamant Scarf Cobalion, which I highly doubt he will bring. If he brings Cobalion, it's going to be a taunt variant, I'm pretty sure. However, I still have to be fast enough just in case. 248 special attack because that hits Max with my hidden power. 4 HP, 4 defense just because leftover AVs. Yay. Running Ice Beam, Earth Power, Hit Power Grass, and Sleep Talk. Yep, Ice Beam just hits his team incredibly hard. He doesn't have too many things to enjoy that, especially if it's coupled with Earth Power. Things like Entei, Cobalion, even Regirock, and so on and so forth. Don't enjoy it, so that's gonna be fun. HP Grass is there to hit Azumarill a bit harder, to also give me a guaranteed 2-hit KO on Swampert. And Sleep Talk is just there just in case I don't play around Amoonguss well and I need a sleep fodder because I need everything on my team. It might just be Kyurem if it really comes down to it. Well, let's say he has a Yachi Berry, he lives in Ice Beam, which he should not have lived. He gets a Spore off, and yeah, might seem like I'm fucked, but I can still fire off Sleep Talks and potentially do damage to things. That's just in case I didn't need Draco or anything. Though Draco would have been nice because then I could have output Latias, because Ice Beam does not do that. Because Latias is stupidly bulky. It's a 130 base power attack, super effective, 130 base special attack. Stab, super effective move, and you should not lift that, but it does. So yeah, Michael Jackson, MJ, Kyurem is my late game cleaner. As soon as Azumarill is gone, I just pretty much get a kill every time I come in, which is nice. The thing is still decently bulky, and this is the only big rock weakness that I have, because Aerodactyl does have Roost. As you might have noticed, I don't have Hazard Removal. Reason for that is I honestly couldn't fit it on. I had Hitmonlee for a bit on the team, but it just didn't fit. He had like Zumrel, he had Mungus, we can both chew hit. There's a lot of things to outspeed me, and I just didn't see Hitmonlee working this game. I needed all the other mons basically. So yeah, Hitmonlee's not coming. Togekiss, I couldn't fit on that. Basically his entire team bops it, almost his entire team. Not much kills it, but it still does a lot of damage, so I didn't really feel it. And once again, I need the mons that I'm bringing, and Aerodactyl didn't have a free slot, so unfortunate I couldn't bring hazard removal, but his main form of hazard removal is Latias, which means if I get up my rocks, he's gonna be pressured to defog, which can help me. It's a blessing and a curse pretty much, because he will get rid of his rocks and so on and so forth. You get my point. So yeah, this is gonna be the team for week 1. This is by far one of our hardest matchups, or one of the 2 hardest matchups. The other one being, of course, against Droomraver, because his team just 6-0s mine. That just if I manage to win a game at that point, then I don't know. I deserve a prize or some shit. Spoilers. Week 11 is gonna be a fucking pain in the dick. But yeah, this is also a hard matchup. But after this, we have a couple more, not easy matchups, definitely not, but more manageable, I feel. Because there's no absolutely garbage matchup like this one, where I have to bring all kinds of shit. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this team building video. The battle will go up. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, honestly, but the battle will go up on Saturday, I think is our schedule. I don't fucking know. Friday, Saturday, 1 or 2. Saturday, pretty sure. I'm professional. I'm gonna look it up before I upload, obviously. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the team. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have a bit of GFX on the screen. Yay. Thumbnail is also just a thing that I made with Keyno's GFX. I just put the thing on there and was done with it. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. Tell me what you think of the team. What suggestions you have that I could have ran, and I will tell you why I didn't run it, or that I didn't consider it, or whatever. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes, and make sure to check out Keyno as well as the battle video in the next days. Today, I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, as I said. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Goodbye.